Hello, this is Lisa from Happy Stamp, and today we are going to be making a bay window card. So it folds flat for mailing, but then you can put this up here and tuck this in, and it looks just like a bay window. So you're going to be able to display that nicely anywhere, or your recipient is, I should say, anywhere that they want to. And then it will fold flat for mailing. Okay. All right, let's go ahead and get started. So I am using the Whimsy and Wonder Designer Series paper and stamp set. That is not carrying over to the new catalog. So if this is something that you would want, I would get it now. Because if I'm not mistaken, right now, everything is while supplies last. So, you might have a couple of weeks. But I know soon it will go on to while supplies last. So these are all my little pieces that I'm going to need. I'm going to set those over here for a second, and we'll go over those in a minute. You're going to need a piece of mint macaron, and this measures 4 1/4 by 11. I have scored that at 3/8, 1 7/8, 3 5/8, 5 1/8, and 5 1/2. So you're going to fold that in half. You're going to take your bone folder, make sure you get a good crease here. And then this next one is going to be a mountain fold. So we're going to fold that one. And this one is also going to be a mountain fold, as well as this one. So that's going to be a mountain fold. And then this one is going to be a valley fold. So it's going to go like that. Okay. This little part right here, this little edge here, find my glue. We're going to glue that part shut. Pretty beautiful here in Wisconsin today. We're like at 50 some degrees on the, what is it today, the 2nd or the, yes, Hunter's been sick, so I'm not for sure which day it is. But it's the 2nd, so it's so nice outside right now. All right, so we're going to glue that one shut. And then, like I said, these are going to, it's going to go just like this. Okay, so let's get this piece cut. This piece of Designer Series paper measures 4 1/8 by 6, and you're going to cut that into strips. So if you have a directional paper, make sure you have it in the correct direction here. So I have my trees facing up, and you're going to cut it at, let's see, 1 3/8. So we're going to do 1 3/8. And make sure you keep them in order. So I'm just going to put them off down here. 1 5/8. 1 3/8. And then this last one is going to measure 1 5/8. But that one's going to go like this. All right. So make sure we keep them in order here. Make sure our trees are all going to be matching up. So we're going to take this, and I'm going to take the first one. We'll put some glue on the back of it here. Multi-positional glue, or glue, is good. It's multi-purpose, not positionable. Is good because you get a little bit of wiggle room, so you can get it right where you want it. So that one's going to go there. And this one is going to go in the middle. All right, and then this one Oh, took my rings off to put lotion on. I forgot to put them back on, and I need to get my phone before somebody calls me and messes up my stuff. So let me get that real quick. Sorry. Okay, that there. We'll put this on mute, so you don't want to keep hearing that bumping going off. Put the rings back on. All set. All right, this piece is going to go on the inside here. So we're going to make sure to turn that over and get the correct piece facing up, and that's going to go right here at the edge. Right there. Right. So that's basically it. Now all we have to do is decorate it. That comes the fun part, right? All right, so I did it again. I did this last time. Before you put the middle piece on, you want to put this piece on here because it's very hard to cut it off correctly when it's already glued to the paper. And I did that the last time as well, so don't do that. So what we're going to do is I'm just going to kind of eyeball this here. The one side's not so bad, it's just the other side that gives you a little bit of a fit here. So I'm just going to cut that. All right, there we go. Like I said, it's not too bad, but I did the same thing with the other one, and I'm like, I need to remember this. Oh, I didn't. Okay, so for this piece, I'm just going to put a little bit of glue at the bottom of this is what is making my snow hill for the trees. I was going to say the grass to go on. That would not be right. So I'm just going to glue that right to the bottom, right there. And that is from, let's see, the Cloche Dies. I'm not for sure if I'm pronouncing that correctly, but it's this little piece right here from these dies. That's what I'm using for my mound. And then I am going to take my little trees that I have cut out here. Now I cut this little mound and one of the trees out of the velvet paper. It is so pretty and plushy. So that is cut out of the velveteen paper, like I said. And then these are cut out of mint macaron, of course. And I'm just going to kind of vary the heights of the trees. These ones have longer trunks than this one does. So this one I'm not going to cut off. We'll just put a little bit of glue behind the tree here. And I'm going to stick that right underneath the little mound. That's why you don't want to glue it all the way down at the top, so that you have some room to stick that in there. And then this one I'm going to leave this height. And I'm not even bothering. You could cut this out with our adhesive sheets, and I forget about them every single time. And then your trunks would be glued down. But they're going to be sticking in this little mound here, so I don't really think that they're going to be going anywhere. Okay, so that one's going to go here. And then this one, I'm just going to cut off like an 1/8 of an inch to make that one a little bit shorter. And again, just gluing the tree. And just kind of making sure that they're straight there. Okay, there we go. Then just to finish off the trees and give a little bit of sparkle, I have the holiday rhinestones here. I love these. I use these. We've had these for several years, and I have used them often. Okay, so we're going to take you take your pick tool here, and I'm just using the smallest ones, and I'm just putting them at the top of the trees. I'm using the mint macaron ones. And that's also going to help the trees stay down a little bit, because you're just putting it up at the top. Okay, just like that. All right, now for the sentiment, I am using, what did I use? Wishing you Christmas cheer and magical moments that last all year. And that comes from the Whimsical trees. It's right here. So let's get, and I'm also using the bigger sentiment on the inside. So we're going to take a piece of basic white, and this measures, I have it written down, 1 inch by 1 1/4. I just want to make sure. So this is 1 inch, yep, by 1 1/4. I was right. Just wanted to double check. For some reason I was thinking I was incorrect there. I'm not quite sure why, but all right. Get my little block here. Put my sentiment on. Hopefully I get this, because this is a very, very tight fit, and I'm going to have to bring it down pretty close so that I can see what I'm doing here. But I'm just tapping very lightly on my mint macaron pad here, and let's see how I do. Not too bad. I'm actually quite impressed with myself. All right, now we're going to take the inside sentiment, and this says, may the love of the season warm your home and fill your heart. And that's going to go on this piece of basic white. That is, this one is 3 1/4 by 1/4. So 3 1/4 by 1/4. And I want it to go that way. So make sure that the 4 inch is this way. And let's just make sure our sentiment is somewhat straight. So tap again. This is going to go up here. Awesome. All right. Get those out of the way so I don't get them on my arm. And then I have a little piece of mint macaron, and this is going to measure 1 3/8 by 1 1/8. 1 3/8 by 1 1/8. And these are going to just go together with some liquid glue. Oh, wow. That was really lucky. Maybe I need to go buy a lottery ticket or something, because whoa. All right, so that's going to go on here. Just like that. And then this piece that measures 1/2 inch by 3 1/4, I'm just going to put that down at the bottom of this white, basic white piece here. All the way down at the bottom. Just like that. All right, now we're going to take a couple of our regular dimensionals, and we're going to put those on the back of the sentiment, because that's where you're going to be tucking this little piece right here. So you want to make sure you have some place to tuck it. If you had it glued right down to the paper right there, you wouldn't be able to get anything tucked behind there. So I'm going to take my tweezers, just a little bit easier for me, and I'm going to center this the best I can. Doesn't have to be perfect. All right, and then this can tuck right in there, and then that looks just like that. Okay, now we're going to take this piece right here. Just going to take some of my snail, and I just put a piece up at the top here. And then that just goes right in here. And then that's where you're going to be able to sign your card. All right, so then that goes like that. And that is all there is to it. I think that's a pretty easy card, and they're so pretty. All right, so if you have any questions, please feel free to leave me a comment below. I'll be happy to answer them. All supplies can be purchased through my online store at www.happystamp.stampinup.net. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. Bye.